Well, how's it going, everybody? This is one of the first of many, I hope, live streams from our Patreon page. And so the point here of doing these kind of live streams is just to hang out while we test stuff, because I got some new stuff in the studio this week, and I think you're going to dig it. It's Kemper stuff. So what I will tell you is do me a favor, and if you have... Here, hang on one second. That's better. If you have headphones, put them in. Use your earbuds. Because what I did was I went stereo. So if you watched any of our live broadcasts or any of our YouTube channels stuff where we've done all kinds of videos about, you know, Kemper stuff or whatever, up to this point, I literally just had the left channel, which is the mono channel, coming out of the Kemper and going into the board, and it was awesome. It sounded great, but man, let me tell you what, this is amazing. So what I want to know from you, let me see if we can get a YouTube chat up here. I don't know how this works. Hang on. I guess we just have the comments on the Patreon page. So here's what I'd like to know. If you're watching this, or if you watch this in a replay, if that's possible. I'm still learning about all this, just so you know. So bear with me. But I'm curious to know if you hear that stereo signal. Like right, left, right, left. Because in my ears... Yeah, give me feedback.
It's blocked.
Why is it blocked?
Probably because it's unlisted.
It's showing up on my page.
For Patreon?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, well maybe it's working. Sorry.
Let's see. Well. So it sounds amazing. So hang on one second, because I'm wondering if we're having technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. Hey, hon, can you see it at all? Can you see it at all, like on your computer or anything? Okay. So this is my first time going live with Patreon this way. Up until this point, if I'd ever done anything, it was a pre-recorded video. We just uploaded it, and we did it that way. So this is the first time I've ever gone live with it, and I see it here on my computer, but Leslie says that she does not see it and that it's blocked for some reason. So hopefully we get this fixed if for some reason you're not seeing what I'm seeing. So there's a couple things going on here. We'll talk guitar stuff. So a couple things going on, really different, that I'm super excited about. One is we went stereo from the Kemper to the board. So, I'll tell you what, let's do a before and after of that. Let me see if I can do that really quick. Okay, so here's master stereo. Okay. Now here's master mono. I'm just wicked stoked on that. It just sounds so big, especially when you listen to headphones. It just makes me want to play more. I'm just in the middle, you know, of it. Now, the other thing that's going on is we are using some new profiles by a new show sponsor called tonecrate.com. They just commissioned a demo video, so I've just been playing with the profiles, getting them how I like them, and that was one of the big things that inspired me to go stereo. Is I wanted that as big and bad as possible. And it's one of those things where I just really discovered that I probably should have went stereo a long time ago. Let me show you the pedal board down here because we still are using a pedal board. So we still have the full pedal board going in front of the Kemper. So one of the things I'm kind of big on is having a regular pedal board. If we throw the Keeley D&M drive boost in front of this, this Friedman amp that I'm using, it's big. So one of the things I really dig about this, the profiles that I'm getting from them, is this right here. So one of the things, and we're going to put this in our review video, so this is just a little sneak peek to it. A little sneak peek to the review video is that a lot of times, and I could probably just pull up another profile, just some random profile, and show you. A lot of profiles will sound good as long as the knobs are all the way up on the guitar. But if you turn them down, it's public. Oh, this is getting annoying to figure out tonight. Well, anyway, that's the gist of what we're doing. I don't have it 100% right yet, and I'm a little annoyed with that because I thought I had it figured out. But you probably got a free one then. So here's what I'll tell you. We are going to move a lot of this kind of behind-the-scenes stuff over to Patreon. And the reason I'm doing that is to keep the content better organized. Right? Like the YouTube channel, I'll just tell you, I'll give you kind of an example. The YouTube channel likes to have a particular schedule. So we're putting a lot of the shows that we do on YouTube on a particular schedule. But we have a lot of this behind the scenes stuff that a lot of people really, really like. And they like just the messing around in the studio, and they like, you know, the interaction that comes from that we get to talk to each other and come up with ideas and various stuff. So we're putting a lot of that stuff on Patreon and making that available because there's going to be more content, but we're going to do that so that it organizes it in such a way that it doesn't, how do you want to say, irritate YouTube, if that makes sense. Because if for some reason you're not interested in some of this, behind the scenes stuff, then maybe you don't want to see it popping up in your feed all of the time. So it's kind of your option. You can, you know, subscribe to some of this stuff and be a part of. And one of the cool parts about it is that will allow you to be part of the creative process of our channel. So the stuff on Patreon, well, what I'm trying to do, and I think I got it wrong tonight, but what I'm trying to do is set it up to where, basically, it will make it to where we have people that will help us determine what our future content is going to be. So that is really fun. Now we do that on our live show, but some of our other videos and stuff, we don't do that. So not as much as I'd like. So that's really cool. And then of course, we're going to do some behind the scenes stuff of the actual demo videos that we shoot. Which will also make it to where people can be really part of the creative process, because if I'm shooting it right then and we say somebody has a question, I'm like, oh, you know, that's a piece of information that I did not cover. That should be in this video. Let's just do it right now, you know? So hopefully it will make our content more responsive to the people that are very interested in it. And it will also make it more organized, and it will make it to where people that really like this stuff have a place to come and see it. And I hope you really find value in that. And then, you know, for those of you that just want to see a couple videos a week or just watch the live show, then your feeds are not clogged up with that either. So it's kind of cool. And the thing about it is it's all about the community. I just want everybody that is part of the Dylan Talks Tone family, because it's growing all the time. I just really want everybody to find a place, you know, have a place to be here on the Dylan Talks Tone family. Obviously, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, so I'm not looking at the chat. I will look at it afterwards, and if there's any questions that came up about any of this stuff, I will try to address them. So I apologize for not being able to do that. This is a new interaction between interfaces that I've not played with. I've done pre-recorded videos for Patreon, and I've done like blog posts and stuff like that, but I've not tried an actual live thing. And so this is a completely new thing for me, and I think I probably screwed the accesses up. But if I did, and we have a bunch of viewers on YouTube, thank you for hanging out and being a part of the community. I really appreciate it. And I guess you get to see with this video a demo of what we're going to do with our Patreon page, because it's fun. It's super fun. And so I'm glad, I guess, in a weird way, that you guys were able to be a part of it. So thank you for hanging out with us. In fact, I tell you what, just because of that, let me go over here and look at this YouTube channel and see if there's anything in the chat. Let's just do it right now. Like, let's just do it right now. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and listening tonight. This was totally not intentional, but everything happens for a reason, and I'm glad that you were all able to hang out. In fact, I know that there's a couple of people on here that had been talking about becoming patrons on Patreon, so I'm glad that you were able to see this tonight. I want to do so much more stuff like this. It's super fun. Well, while I have you, I mean, we might as well just play some more. Let me show you one of the really high gain profiles. And then, so screw it. Like, who cares about the technical stuff? Let's just do what we were going to do. And I'll deal with the rest of it later. Let's just have fun. And so here's the only other thing. Since I'm not looking at the screen, do me a favor. And if you do have a question you really want me to answer, just hit the super chat button and it'll pop up a little thing and I'll know to stop and do what I'm doing. Okay. But I'm going to show you a couple of profiles in here that will blow your mind. Okay, so this is like a super lead, medium gain. That dang guitar, this thing rings on me sometimes with certain gain structures. I did not set any of this up ahead of time, so. Okay, so here's the thing. I was just keeping an eye on the chat and YouTube. So here's the thing about these profiles that I really, really like. And I'll show you in a higher gain profile here in just a minute. A lot of times with Kempers, what can happen is as you turn the volume down, it works and it cleans up, but there gets to be this little crunchy, scrapey sound that's like almost like speakers blowing. And this has the balls of the saturation still underneath the note, even at lower volumes. Like watch, we'll coil split this. just super nice at lower volumes and still really smooth. It doesn't get that weird. And it's how at Tone Crate how they do their profiling. He has some crazy method. I actually want to go out and see his studio. I think I'm hoping in June or July I get to go out and see his studio in Texas. But it is really, really cool. Let me show you another profile, higher gain stuff that I really dig. I have really low output pickups in this guitar, so they're not super tight like like a lot of stuff is, but I just really dig even these gain settings. You turn them down. And that is a Friedman JJ100, the Jerry Cantrell amp, wide open. And all I did was just roll the volume down. You just don't get that a lot of times with these Kemper profiles unless they're really, really good ones. So that's that. I just wanted to share that stuff with you. Hang on one second. I'm going to check this chat one more time. And we're good. I'm glad everyone was able to hang out with me tonight. It actually worked out really well. And we got to have a few people hang out with us. So do me a favor and check out patreon.com/DylanTalksTone. And I think you'll really dig how we're going to kind of split all this up so that it doesn't clutter up one place as long as I can get it to work correctly. And so, yeah, I really dig it. I hope everybody has a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me. And until next time, keep playing. And you know where to find us on the internets. Dylan Talks Tone. Don't forget about our live show on Monday night. And actually, I'm going to probably make a video in the morning and upload it to YouTube too. So stay tuned. And again, thanks, y'all. And have a good night.